You know what nobody talks about? The fact that you can have money in the bank, a good job, people around you, and still feel completely empty inside. Like something's just missing. And here's the thing. It's not about working harder or buying more stuff. It's about something way deeper that most people ignore their entire lives. Look, I'm not here to sell you some magic pill or some 30-day challenge that promises to change your life. What I'm about to share with you is something that took me years to understand. And honestly, it's something that changed everything for me. And I mean everything. So about 3 years ago, I was in this weird place. On paper, everything looked fine. I had my routine down. I was hitting the gym 5 times a week, eating clean, doing all the things you're supposed to do. But I felt weak, not physically weak. I could lift heavy, I could run for miles, but there was this weakness inside that I couldn't shake off. Like I was running on empty all the time. And the crazy part, I thought I was the only one feeling this way, until I started talking to people. Really talking to them. And you know what I found out? Almost everyone feels this exact same way. They just don't say it out loud because nobody else is saying it either. Here's what I realized. We've been taught to think about strength in completely the wrong way. When someone says be strong, what do you think of? Probably muscles, right? Or maybe pushing through pain, grinding harder, not giving up. And sure, that's part of it. But that's just one tiny piece of a much bigger puzzle. Think about it like this. Imagine you have a car. A really nice car. Expensive engine, premium fuel, the works. But the steering wheel is broken. The tires are flat. The windshield is cracked so bad you can barely see through it. Would you call that a strong car? No, right? Because even though the engine is powerful, the whole system is broken. That's exactly what most of us are doing with ourselves. We focus so hard on one thing, usually our bodies or our careers, and we completely ignore everything else. And then we wonder why we feel so off balance all the time. Let me break this down for you. Real strength, the kind that actually matters, comes from 3 things working together. Your mind, your body, and your soul. And before you roll your eyes at that last word, just hear me out. I used to think talking about souls and spiritual stuff was weird too, but I was wrong. Let's start with the mind because that's where everything begins. Your mind is either your biggest weapon or your worst enemy. There's no in between. And most people, their minds are absolutely destroying them from the inside out. You wake up in the morning and what's the first thing that happens? Your mind starts running. It starts telling you stories. Today's going to be hard. I don't want to do this. I'm not good enough. What if I fail? What if people judge me? And on and on and on. It never stops. The average person has something like 60,000 thoughts per day. 60,000. And you want to know the really messed up part? About 80% of those thoughts are negative, and 95% of them are the exact same thoughts you had yesterday, and the day before that, and the day before that. So you're basically running the same negative program in your head over and over and over again. And then you're surprised when nothing changes in your life. That's like expecting different results while doing the exact same thing. It doesn't work that way. Mental strength isn't about being positive all the time. It's not realistic, and honestly, it's kind of fake. Mental strength is about awareness. It's about catching yourself when your mind starts going down those dark roads. It's about being able to say, okay, I see what's happening here, but I'm not going to let this thought control me. Here's a simple thing I started doing that changed my entire mental game. Every morning, right after I wake up, I sit for 5 minutes and just watch my thoughts. Not meditation, really, just watching. Like I'm sitting on a bench watching cars drive by. Thoughts come, I see them, I let them go. That's it. And at first, I thought this was the dumbest thing ever. I'm sitting there thinking, what am I doing? This is a waste of time. I should be answering emails or working out or doing something productive. But I kept doing it anyway. And after about 2 weeks, something clicked. I realized that I'm not my thoughts. My thoughts are just things happening in my head, but they're not me. And once you get that, once you really understand that, everything changes. Because now you have space between you and your thoughts. You can choose which ones to listen to and which ones to ignore. But here's where it gets interesting. Your mind doesn't work alone. It's connected to your body in ways that science is only just starting to understand. And this is where most people mess up big time. Your body isn't just some vehicle that carries your brain around. It's not separate from who you are. Your body is literally processing emotions and storing memories and affecting your mind every single second of every single day. When your body is weak, your mind gets weak. And when your body is in pain, your thoughts get darker. It's all connected. Think about the last time you felt really physically terrible. Maybe you were sick, or you pulled an all-nighter, or you ate a bunch of junk food. How did your mind feel during that time? It's probably pretty foggy, right? Probably pretty negative. That's not a coincidence. Now think about a time when you felt physically amazing. Maybe after a great workout, or after a good night's sleep, or after eating a really clean, healthy meal. How did your mind feel then? Probably clearer, probably more positive, probably more confident. See what I'm saying? Your body affects your mind, and your mind affects your body. They're in constant conversation with each other. And if you ignore one, you're basically shooting yourself in the foot. So physical strength isn't just about looking good or being able to lift heavy things. It's about having energy. It's about feeling good in your own skin. It's about giving your mind a strong foundation to work from. And I know what you're thinking. Okay, so I need to work out and eat healthy. Got it. Everyone says that. Yeah, everyone says it. But almost nobody actually does it consistently. And you know why? Because they're doing it for the wrong reasons. Most people try to get in shape because they want to look a certain way. They want abs or big arms or whatever. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's not a strong enough reason to keep going when things get hard. Because things will get hard. You'll get tired, you'll get busy, you'll lose motivation. And if your only reason for working out is to look good, you'll quit. But if you understand that taking care of your body is taking care of your mind, that's a completely different game. Now you have a real reason that goes way deeper than just appearance. I'll give you an example. There are days when I really don't feel like working out. I'm tired, I'm stressed, I have a million things to do, but I do it anyway. It's not because I care about my biceps that day, but because I know that if I skip it, my whole mental state is going to suffer. And the physical benefits, those are just bonuses. And here's another thing nobody talks about. Your body holds on to stuff. Stress, trauma, emotions, they all get stored in your body. That tension in your shoulders, that's probably stress. That pain in your lower back might be fear or insecurity. I know this sounds kind of out there, but stick with me. When something stressful happens, your body responds. Your muscles tense up, your breathing changes, your heart rate increases, and if you never release that tension, it just stays there, building up, day after day, year after year, till your body is basically a storage unit for all the bad stuff you've been through. That's why movement is so important. It's not just working out, but stretching, walking, dancing, whatever. When you move your body, you're releasing all that stored tension. You're literally shaking off the stress and the pain and the heaviness. And when you do that, your mind clears up too. Because remember, they're connected. But even if you have a strong mind and a strong body, there's still something missing. And this is the part that most people completely ignore. Your soul. Now I get it. The word soul sounds really spiritual or religious or whatever. But I'm not talking about anything religious here. What I'm talking about is that deeper part of you. The part that feels things. The part that craves meaning and purpose and connection. Your soul is basically your inner compass. It's the thing that guides you when logic and reason aren't enough. And when you ignore it, when you spend years doing things that don't align with who you really are, that's when you feel that emptiness I was talking about at the start. You can have the strongest mind in the world. You can have a body like an athlete. But if your soul is weak, if you're disconnected from that deeper part of yourself, you'll still feel lost. You'll still feel like something's missing. And here's the hard truth. Most people are completely disconnected from their souls. What actually matters to them? What actually feels right? I was like this for years. I was doing all the things I thought I was supposed to do. Going through the motions. Checking the boxes. It's because I wasn't connected to myself. Wasn't listening to that inner voice that was trying to tell me something was off. So how do you strengthen your soul? It's not like working out where you can just do reps and sets. It's more about subtraction than addition. It's about removing the noise and the distractions and the fake stuff so you can actually hear yourself again. Just sitting in complete silence for a few minutes every day. No phone, no music, no TV, no nothing. Just me and my thoughts. And at first, it was uncomfortable. All the stuff you've been avoiding comes right to the surface. But that's exactly what needs to happen. You need to face yourself. You need to sit with the uncomfortable feelings and the difficult questions and the parts of yourself you've been ignoring. Because on the other side of that discomfort is clarity. On the other side of that is knowing who you really are and what you really want. Another thing that helps? Nature. There's something about trees and water and open sky that reconnects you to yourself. I don't know the science behind it, but I know it works. Every time I spend time in nature, I feel more grounded, more connected, more at peace. And here's something else. Your soul craves authenticity. It craves truth. Every time you lie, even about small things, you're disconnecting from your soul. Every time you pretend to be someone you're not, you're weakening that connection. Every time you do something that doesn't feel right just to please other people, you're betraying yourself. I'm not saying you need to be brutally honest all the time or be rude to people. You need to stop hiding behind masks and filters and fake versions of yourself. Mind, body, soul, they're not separate things. They're three parts of one whole. And when all three are strong and working together, that's when you become truly powerful. That's when you feel solid. That's when you feel like yourself. But when even one of them is weak, the whole system suffers. If your body is strong but your soul is disconnected, you'll feel empty. If your soul is connected but your mind is a mess, you'll feel stuck. They all need each other. Think of it like a three-legged stool. If one leg is shorter than the others, the whole thing wobbles. You can try to balance on it, but it's never stable. You're always compensating, always struggling, always feeling off. But when all three legs are the same length, when all three are strong, the stool is solid. You can sit on it without worry. You can build on top of it. That's what you're aiming for. Not perfection in any one area, but balance across all three. Because real strength isn't about being the best at one thing. It's about being solid in all areas of your life. So how do you actually do this? How do you build all three at the same time? First, you need to start paying attention. Most people go through life on autopilot. They don't think about what they're thinking. They don't notice how their body feels. They don't listen to their soul. So step one is just becoming aware. Check in with yourself throughout the day. Ask yourself, what am I thinking right now? How does my body feel? Does this feel right to me? Just those three simple questions can change everything, because you can't change what you're not aware of. Second, you need to build habits that support all three areas. Not just one or two, but all three. That means taking care of your mind through awareness practices, learning, and managing your thoughts. Taking care of your body through movement, nutrition, and rest. And taking care of your soul through silence, authenticity, and connection to what matters. I don't know what you're thinking. That sounds like a lot. I don't have time for all that. But here's the thing. You don't need hours and hours every day. You just need consistency. 5 minutes of watching your thoughts in the morning, 30 minutes of movement, a few minutes of silence before bed. That's it. Small, consistent actions that add up over time. Third, you need to get rid of the stuff that's weakening you. And there's probably more than you think. Toxic relationships that drain your energy, jobs that kill your soul, habits that destroy your body, media that pollutes your mind. All of that has to go, or at least you need to start reducing it. I know that's not easy. Sometimes the things that are weakening us are things we reattach to or things we think we need. But if you're serious about becoming strong in every area of your life, you have to be willing to let go of what's holding you back. Fourth, and this is important, you need to stop comparing yourself to other people. Because when you compare, you're always looking at their highlight reel while living in your behind the scenes. Someone might look strong physically, but their mind could be a disaster. Someone might seem mentally tough, but they could be completely disconnected from their soul. You don't know what's going on inside other people, so stop using them as your measure. The only person you should compare yourself to is who you were yesterday. Are you a little stronger today than you were yesterday? Are you a little more connected? A little more aware? That's all that matters. And finally, you need to understand that this isn't a destination. It's not like you get strong in all three areas and then you're done forever. It's a constant practice. Some days you'll feel solid, some days you'll feel weak. That's normal. It's being human. The goal isn't to never feel weak. The goal is to have the awareness and the tools to rebuild when you do. Because life is going to knock you down. It's guaranteed. You're going to face stress, pain, loss, failure. Things are going to happen that shake you up. But when you have a strong mind, a strong body, and a strong soul, you can handle it. You can take the hit and get back up. You can adapt and adjust and keep moving forward. That's what real strength looks like. Not never falling, but being able to get back up every single time. Not being perfect, but being resilient. Not having it all figured out, but having the foundation to figure it out as you go. Look, I'm not going to lie to you and say this is easy. It's not. Building strength in all three areas takes time, effort, and commitment. There are going to be days when you don't want to do it. Days when you want to give up. Days when you think it's not working. But I'm telling you, from someone who's been there, it's worth it. The feeling of being strong in your mind, your body, and your soul is unlike anything else. You feel grounded. You feel capable. You feel like no matter what life throws at you, you can handle it. And that confidence, that inner strength, it changes everything. It changes how you show up in the world. It changes how you treat yourself and other people. It changes what you think is possible for your life. So here's my challenge to you. Not some 30-day challenge or some quick fix. It's just this. Start paying attention to all three areas. Start asking yourself those questions. What am I thinking? How does my body feel? Does this feel right to my soul? Based on the answers, start making small changes. Strengthen your mind by watching your thoughts and choosing better ones. Strengthen your body by moving it and taking care of it. Strengthen your soul by connecting to what really matters and being authentic. Do that consistently, and I promise you, your whole life will shift. Because when you're strong in all three areas, you become unstoppable. Not in an aggressive way, but in a grounded, solid, unshakable way. You become the kind of person who can handle whatever comes. The kind of person who doesn't break under pressure. The kind of person who knows who they are and what they stand for. And that's the kind of strength that actually matters. That's the kind of strength that lasts. That's the kind of strength that changes not just your life, but the lives of everyone around you. So stop ignoring parts of yourself. Stop thinking that one area is enough. Stop settling for feeling weak when you could feel strong. You have everything you need already inside you. You just need to develop it. All three parts. Mind, body, soul. That's it. That's the real secret. And now you know it. The question is, what are you going to do with it? If this helped you see things differently, subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next.